In this video, we'll show you how to solve problems involving credit cards. We must refer to the following details. The credit limit is 200,000 pesos. The billing cycle starts on the 16th of the month and ends on the 15th of the next month. The due date is always 25 days following the end of the billing cycle. The interest rate on purchases is 42.0%. The minimum payment is 500 pesos or 5% of the new balance, whichever is larger. If the consumer fails to make at least the minimum payment on or before the due date, the interest rate for purchases increases to 45.0%. If the entire new balance from the previous billing cycle is paid on or before the due date, no interest is charged for purchases made during the current billing cycle. Now, the table below shows the activity during the first billing cycle. Find the following: A. Total purchases. B. Average daily balance. C. Interest. D. New balance due. E. Minimum payment. F. Due date. And G. Available credit. Let's work on A. To solve for the total purchases, all we have to do is to sum up all the purchases amounts. By doing this, we'll have a value of 11,163.15 pesos. Now, let's work on B. To find the average daily balance, we must first split up dates in the month with every transactions we have. For example, in our statement of account, we first use our credit card in a purchase in Uniqlo for 1,896.75 pesos. This will be our balance for the next 2 days, before using our credit card again in Burger King. What we've spent in Burger King will be added to the balance before, and that will be our balance for the next few days before having another transaction, and so on. The number of days a balance is retained, and that balance will be multiplied to each other. Now, to get the average daily balance, we must divide the sum of all the products to the numbers of days in the billing cycle. So, in this example, 189,230.65 divided by 31 will be equal to 6,104.21 pesos. Let's move on to C. Because this is the first billing cycle, the interest is waived, so the interest will be equal to 0. In D, we have to find a new balance due. And again, since the interest is equal to 0, the new balance due will only be equal to the total purchases, which is 11,163.15 pesos. Last in this slide is E, in which we're going to solve the minimum payment. As said in the details, the minimum payment is 500 pesos or 5% of the new balance, whichever is larger. So, we have to solve for the 5% of the new balance. By solving, we got 558.16 pesos. And since that is larger, that will be our minimum payment. Now, we'll work on letter F. Again, referring to the details, the due date is always 25 days after the end of the billing cycle. And the end of our billing cycle is always the 15th of the next month. So based on the table, we can see that the billing cycle was from July to August, so it means that the end of the billing cycle is exactly on August 15. Now, adding 25 days after it, we have to split 25 to two parts, 16 and 9. 16 is until the end of August, and 9 is for September. Thus, our due date will be on September 9, 2017. Lastly, to solve G, we'll need to subtract our credit card to our new balance due. And through seeing the details again, we can see that our credit limit is 200,000 pesos. So, subtracting it to 11,163.15 gives us an updated available credit of 188,836.85 pesos. We hope you learned how to solve problems regarding credit cards. Thank you for listening and have a great day.